This video guide has been developed by our editors. Commercial consideration has played no part in featuring any location or activity. Please refer to the accompanying Traveler's Handbook for phone numbers, maps, addresses, and a detailed explanation on how to use this video package.
The story of Hawaii is the story of people arriving from across the sea. Around the year 500, Polynesians came from the Marquesas Islands. More than 1,000 years later, Captain Cook arrived. Then the Americans, then the Europeans and Asians. Over the years, they have created here perhaps the most successful multiracial society in the world, a bridge between East and West. This cultural diversity manifests itself in everything, from language and religion to fashion and food. Hawaii has developed from a virtual Stone Age into a modern 20th century society in less than 200 years, but hospitality has survived as one of the most important Hawaiian values. Visitors who come to share in the joys of one of the world's dream vacation destinations should return Hawaii's favors by respecting the history and culture of the islands. Do that, and you will return home with a true feeling of aloha for the Hawaiian Islands.
Hello, would you care for a volcano punch?
Yes, thank you.
Hawaii is known for perfect climate, dazzling scenery, a friendly population, exotic food and drinks, like the volcano punch. Remote though Honolulu is, roughly 4,000 miles east of Tokyo and 2,500 miles west of Los Angeles, it's easy to get to. From around the world, many airlines fly non-stop to 4 Hawaiian islands: Hawaii, the Big Island; Maui, the Valley Island; Oahu, the Gathering Place; and Kauai, the Garden Island. Honolulu is on the south coast of Oahu, the only American city at the base of a huge green tropical mountain. It's called the Ku'ulau Range. Other airlines bring passengers from foreign cities to Honolulu. Once you've arrived in Hawaii, 3 more airlines and several small carriers operate between the islands. Inter-island travel is so easy that a lot of people commute. If time is unimportant to you, think about journeying to Hawaii by cruise ship. Nothing compares with approaching the islands by water. When you come out of the baggage claim area at the Honolulu International Airport, you can rent a car, take an airport bus, catch a metered taxi, or hire a limousine. Bus transportation costs the least, and most bus services have hotel pickups when you're ready to return to the airport. Honolulu, a good place to begin your exploration of the Hawaiian Islands. On the day the bombs fell on nearby Pearl Harbor, this was a quiet tropical town with corrugated iron roofs. Times have changed. The tempo is clearly American, but no matter how tall the buildings or heavy the traffic, the palms and the mountains and the trade winds always remind you of where you are. Honolulu, once ruled over by Hawaiian kings like Kamehameha I, conqueror of the islands, the Napoleon of the Pacific. After 1882, the Hawaiian kings ruled from a royal palace, Iolani. It stands just a few feet from today's state capital. Honolulu, where the governor's mansion was built by a whaling captain, where the British ruled for a short time, and where a group of American businessmen brought an end to a royal dynasty. Although taxi cabs are plentiful, you may decide to choose from the wide range of rental cars available in Honolulu, both foreign and domestic. Often you can find better rates dealing face-to-face over a counter than by relying on what you're told over the phone. Mopeds and motorcycles are also available for rent. Your mainland driver's license is honored anywhere in Hawaii for 90 days. The Royal Hawaiian Hotel. There's a rich sense of the past about the Royal Hawaiian, and despite being overshadowed by the Sheraton Waikiki and other skyscrapers, the famous Pink Palace has retained its preeminence as a Waikiki landmark since 1927. On the beach at Waikiki, a famous profile dominates the seascape, Diamond Head. 2 million tourists a year come to Waikiki Beach. Fortunately, not all on the same day. To explore all of the tropical splendors of Oahu involves 3 separate tours: the Grand Island Circuit, the Eastern Tip Circuit, and the Waianae Tour. We took a loop around the eastern end of Oahu, which offers a sample of Oahu's beauty in a 2 to 3 hour swing. The old Diamond Head light has been blinking its warning out over the ocean since the turn of the century. Every beach in the Aloha State has its own specialty, its own tone, its own texture, and they're all free. At Hanauma Bay, we found that the white sand, palm trees, and transparent turquoise water make this skin diver's paradise one of the most idyllic of tropical beaches. While enjoying the sand and surf, it's easy to forget to use your common sense. Don't leave your purse or camera sitting around, especially on the beach or in an unlocked car. Park officials can tell you which camping areas and beaches are best to avoid. The windward side of Oahu always provides a series of breathtaking vistas. Sandy Beach State Park. Plenty of action here. This is no snorkeling beach. The attraction at Sandy Beach is the shore break. Big, dangerous waves crashing directly onto the beach itself. Body surfing is good at Sandy almost any time. It seems natural when you come to Hawaii to get swept up by the size and the power of the Great Sea around you. And at Sea Life Park, the underside of the Great Sea becomes a close-up reality. 2,000 different kinds of fish are here, swimming around in 300,000 gallons of seawater. Sea Life Park is the world's only ocean area that includes an institute for marine research. But something else happens at Sea Life Park. Synchronized swimming at its very best. We found Carol Chang, who does 4 shows a day here in the Ocean Science Theater, where you can see the sea animals perform both above and below the surface.
You're going to be Kamali'i. Kamali'i's a male Atlantic bottlenose. Being very shy right now. Come on, Leeds. Atta boy. He's about 13 years old. And we've been together just about that long, right? Right. Kamali'i came to us from Mississippi. Woo!
Is he pretty smart?
He's very smart. He's a very quick learner and an outstanding show animal.
How do you train him?
Training's done in tiny little steps, step by step. You reward an animal for going in the direction or the movement that you're looking for. For instance, if you want to flip, you can reward the animal in the water for going down. And then every little movement towards that, you eventually get your flip.
What's he want now?
What he'd like is something for nothing. He figures if he can stay there and I'll give him a fish, but it didn't work. Oh, you're so handsome.
Can I give him a pet?
Sure. Behind the blowhole. Yes. Wiggle, wiggle. Soft, yeah? Thank you.
Time for the high jump trick. The Polynesian Cultural Center. It's one of the most remarkable tourist attractions in all the Pacific. 7 villages that celebrate and recreate the lifestyles of 7 peoples of the Pacific, all the way from Hawaii to the Marquesas to Fiji. Members of the Mormon Church created this place. Visitors can mingle with the islanders, sample their food, ride in their canoes, observe them at work and at play. In effect, absorb a lot of early Polynesian atmosphere. Here in the dramatic Gateway restaurant can be found some solid American-style food. But in general, the cuisine of contemporary Hawaii has become more international, spiced with the adopted dishes of the many cultures which have gathered here. Each day, in the pageant of the long canoes, these students from nearby Brigham Young University recreate the dances of their far-flung island homes, becoming a living museum of their ancestral past. The entertainment here can be quite spectacular. On the way back across the Ku'olau Range, heading for Honolulu and high above this tunnel, is one of the most historic spots in all Hawaii, the Nu'uanu Pali. Here, according to legend, the warriors of Kamehameha I defeated the defenders of Oahu by throwing them off the Great Green Cliff in the year 1795. This towering cliff is truly one of the scenic masterpieces of the world. Be sure to stop at a museum named for the last living descendant of Kamehameha I, Bernice Pauai Bishop. Honolulu's world-famous Bishop Museum, a treasure house of the Hawaiian past. Here are the pieces that show the powerful artistic and religious impulses of an island people. Here too, from a later era, are the artifacts of a royal family strongly influenced by Europe. Yet all is not in the past tense here. The arts and crafts of old Hawaii are kept alive today at the Bishop Museum. These artists are truly dedicated, unwilling to let the old skills fade away forever. Like Deborah Kakalia, one of today's most skillful quilters in the Hawaiian tradition.
When did this all begin?
Well, actually, the early English missionaries taught the Hawaiian people how to quilt. They they took big pieces and cut it into small pieces and joined. But you know, our women were so big, when they cut their clothes, there was hardly any small pieces. So they had to cut small pieces to make into a big quilt. And what makes it more unique is that we quilt every space. We don't only attach the pattern down. We quilt every space and finger width, like that. See, that's what makes it more unique than the American type of quilting.
Everyone we chatted with had been helpful and friendly. The aloha spirit, they call it. After turning in the rental car, we headed by air for Maui, the Valley Island. An old legend here says that once upon a time, a happy-go-lucky Hawaiian god named Maui pulled these islands up from the bottom of the Pacific with his fishhook. Maybe that's why they're placed so conveniently close together. This island they named after Maui is only 23 minutes from Honolulu by air. This condo at Kihei on the Gold Coast is one of many wonderful places to stay, right on the ocean, and as easy to rent as a hotel room. The majority of Maui's abundant accommodations are situated along the island's sunny western coast. The Gold Coast is at the base of the great Haleakala volcano. Climbing to the crater, you pass through the vast sugarcane and pineapple fields that have been the historic base of Hawaii's economy. Whether you go in the morning or afternoon, take a jacket on this journey. Though you begin in the tropics at sea level, the temperature at the summit of Haleakala can get as low as 14 degrees, cold for Hawaii. The crater, big enough to hold Manhattan, 3,000 feet deep. It hasn't erupted in over 200 years. You can explore the crater floor by either foot or horseback. Nearby Science City, open only to astronomers. Sprecklesville Beach. Far back into their history, the Hawaiians have used surfboards. But a few years ago, somebody put a sail on a surfboard and invented windsurfing, a solitary, wet, demanding one-person sport. Maui's northern coastline is the windsurfing capital of Hawaii, if not America. Another activity that's anything but solitary is outrigger canoe racing, once the sport of royalty, and now enjoying a tremendous rebirth. Outrigger canoe rides require no special skill and are a community effort. Beach boys can show any aspiring paddlers what to do, and water equipment shops are widespread. The water is always warm, and the weather is almost always good, providing every opportunity for all types of water sports. We found these citizens of Maui who were starting on a race for the old whaling port of Lahaina. Today's economy in Lahaina is no longer based on the whale, but on the tourist. The historic sites here have been preserved with care and charm, and the busy little town resembles an old-fashioned movie set. Lahaina is the best place on Maui to dine in an open-air restaurant or shop for inexpensive gifts to take back home. Heading northward out of Lahaina, another link with the old days, the sugarcane train. King Cane ruled the Hawaiian economy from the 1800s well into the 20th century, consolidating the economic and political power of the famous Big Five companies that controlled the Hawaiian sugar industry. Today, the freight is no longer sugarcane, but tourists, who are now the most important source of income on the islands. The end of the line, Kaanapali. 3 miles of golden beach where luxurious resort hotels line the waterfront. Most people in the island swim just for fun. Others swim professionally, going into the undersea world from the deck of that time-honored tourist attraction, the glass-bottom boat, feeding the fish and attracting them to just the right place. But few people are as familiar with the undersea world as one of Hawaii's best-known painters, Robert Lynn Nelson. In his Maui studio, he brings the world beneath the surface back for us to see. Hawaii is the home of many skilled photographers, sculptors, and painters, and on display in various galleries are some of the most exciting works of other island artists.
This one I started over a year ago. It's about half done. It has quite a ways to go yet. This is Diamond Head, around the turn of the century. There's nothing modern in here, as you can see. It's going to be 19th century whale ships, whalers. These are humpback whales, and they're an endangered species, and our oceans are endangered themselves, so I'm painting the whole undersea environment. I think it's Earth's last frontier, the planet's last frontier. I'm a diver. I've been diving for 14 years. I love the undersea. I love to be undersea. It's a really magical place, beautiful place. And I appreciate it so much, I want to show it to everybody else.
You do it very well.
Thank you.
Next, the Big Island, Hawaii. A lava flow on the Big Island. Once it was a fiery river of molten rock flowing to the sea from the Molokai volcano. Lava flows are a Big Island trademark. They're everywhere, for in spite of the charming legend about the god Maui and his fishhook, all Hawaii is volcanic. Although there are many fascinating ruins and petroglyph fields to be explored on the island, a chance to witness some volcanic activity may be Hawaii's single greatest attraction. The island of Hawaii offers the widest range of accommodations of any Hawaiian island. In addition to the 3 main resort destination areas are major self-contained luxury resorts. In 1965, Lawrence Rockefeller built this resort on Hanauma Bay, where the lava from Mauna Kea volcano once flowed into the sea. He named his hotel after the mountain. To create an oasis on a bed of lava, he had to move in 2,000 palm trees and 500,000 plants and flowering shrubs. He had to build a pumping plant that could water it with 1 million gallons of well water a day. It's not easy to improve on nature in the Hawaiian Islands, but Mr. Rockefeller did it. As we drove into the Mauna Kea grounds, the moonscape came to an end. Here is where the 1 million gallons a day take over. And perched right on the lava, you can catch a glimpse of the world-famous 3rd hole of the Mauna Kea golf course, where you must hit your tee shot across a little piece of the Pacific Ocean. This hotel has one of the best reputations in the islands, but remember, there are plenty of other prime accommodations on this island of startling contrasts.
Welcome to Hawaii in the Western Mauna Kea.
Thank you very much.
The lobby is quiet and airy and elegant, and so are the rooms. It is luxurious, but at the same time has a homey feeling. The hotel has both mountain and ocean view rooms. Before enjoying the almost unlimited selection of activities, you may want to go out for a better look at your new surroundings. In strolling around, it's easy to see that the relationship between man's handiwork and nature's handiwork has been very carefully thought out here. There is no clear dividing line between the exterior and the interior, and the best word to describe this stunning architectural form is serene. But most captivating of all is the art. This is an art gallery, as well as a resort, where opposite the elevator stands a unique collection of bells, brought from Thailand and Singapore and Cambodia and Japan. The art of Asia and the art of the Pacific. Many of the pieces are the gift of Mr. Rockefeller. And guests who desire good luck place flowers in the lap of a 7th century granite Buddha. Just looking at the daily schedule of activities at the Mauna Kea can be exhausting. Tennis, golf, an art tour, a scuba trip, helicopter flight seeing, horseback riding, and hunting for wild boar, just to name a few. Headquarters for your island sightseeing will probably be a mat on one of the whitest and longest soft sand beaches in Hawaii. When the day broke with a gray sky, unusual for Hawaii, we decided to go fishing. Although expensive, everything is available here for the fisherman's pleasure. Boats can be chartered for either a full day or a half day, and cost much less if you share a charter with several others in a group. This 43-foot Merritt named No Problem was built by hand in Florida. In these world-famous waters off the Kona coast, you can catch a marlin within sight of land. Captain Bobby Brown has been fishing here for years with first mate Fran O'Brien. It is always a pleasure to watch skilled and experienced people do their work.
We have a little clicker down here, and basically all that is letting us know that if the fish is taking line, we can hear it, and the captain can hear it. So basically, whoever's going to fight the fish, like, just stay near the reel, and if we do get a bite, like I said, move it out into the chair, we'll hook up, and we'll take it from there.
All right.
Okay?
Let's catch one. Let's catch one.
Let's get one.
Biggest marlin we caught is the current world record, IGFA world record for blue marlin. It's 1,376 pounds.
Brad had explained that when a marlin hits, he comes up and leaps out of the water.
You can start reeling. If he starts to slow down a little bit.
There's a lot of tuna in the waters right now. A 1,000-pound marlin, it'd love 150, 200-pound tuna for breakfast or for lunch or whatever. They're here. I'd like to get it today for you.
But this was no marlin. He was heading for the bottom. Then began the long, tough job of reeling him in. When he finally broke the surface, it started to be fun again. A yellowfin tuna. Not big by marlin standards, but big enough. It was the first of 3 tuna we caught that day. In all, nearly 500 pounds of fish. Several young people on the staff of the hotel belong to a canoe club just a few miles up the road. These members of the Kauai Canoe Club range in age from the early teens to the middle 50s. Coaching them in this ancient Hawaiian sport is the man who founded the club, Manny Vincent. Manny is a rancher and fire chief, and he also carries the old Hawaiian religious title, Kahuna Wa'a, canoe priest. He is one of the finest canoe builders on Hawaii. Manny explained that many outrigger canoes today are made of fiberglass, but the traditional canoe is cut and hollowed from a koa tree, a rare Hawaiian mahogany.
Out of one solid log. She weighed 18 tons. She came off the mountain. She weighs approximately 410 pounds now. I got involved with 2 old canoe builders, and they used to live in the mountains, bring the logs off the mountain, carve their canoes. When one was finished, they went back up and built another one. They had the knowledge that was handed down through generations. These people were known as kahuna wa'as, or the canoe priests. And I was very fortunate to be involved with these people. Took an interest, and I made up my mind to someday build my own canoes.
For Manny Vincent, the busy lavishness of today has not overwhelmed the quiet dignity of the Hawaiian past. Molokai. When you land on the island of Molokai, you have flown into the Hawaiian past. This is the island touched least by all the modern development. And this is certainly apparent at the airport, which is served by 4 local airlines. The builders of this hotel caught the relaxed feeling of Molokai. Though modern in every way, the architecture echoes the traditional openness of the old Hawaiian structures. The pace is easygoing, relaxed, and if you like uncrowded beaches, Molokai is the right place for you. But the mood distinctly changes as you head north for the Kalaupapa Peninsula toward the world-famous Hansen's disease settlement. Beginning in the 1860s, it was the scene of Father Damien's historic battle against leprosy. Hawaii's lepers had been rounded up and banished here to die, quarantined by the sea on 3 sides and a steep cliff. Even today, there's no road down the cliff. Unless you fly, this is the only way to Kalaupapa, the Molokai Mule Tour. These sure-footed fellows are safe for even a novice rider. But the trip is not designed for the faint-hearted, as Clarence Kohilo made quite clear.
No time today you attempt to get on the mule by yourself or get off by yourself. You drop anything on the ride, you stop your mule, you do not get off. You call one of the guides and let the guide get down and pick it up. We hit a 1,664 feet cliff, 3 1/8 miles of trail. The mules think it's a super trail. You might not think so. In the event that your mule should get close to the rocks, all you have to do is put your hand on a rock, give them a shove in that manner, and they'll move over to the center of the trail. But if they get too close to the edge, all you have to do is enjoy the scenery. But they know the trail and you don't. After doing 3 1/8 miles of trail with 26 switchbacks on it, you're going to get down into the mule terminal down the bottom. You're going to hear from a patient himself, and after he's through, he's going to open it up for question and answers.
Kalaupapa has been a fishing village at least 500 years before the lepers were dropped off. The lepers were not dropped off on this end of the peninsula. They were put off on the eastern end. We'll be going out that way. That's where Father Damien's church is.
Richard Marks is a tour guide and the sheriff of Kalaupapa.
Then you go to the east of the peninsula to see where it all began in 1866. When the ship brought in the first loads of patients, outside of those two islands you're going to see there, Ocala and Mokapu, the captain dropped his anchor, lowered his lifeboats, and said, "Get off my ship." And for those who refused to get off the ship, they were tossed into the ocean and died.
The Board of Health came out right from the beginning with the idea that no one was allowed to bring a ship in within a boat of any kind within 300 yards of the shoreline. The reasoning by the Department of Health was that if they got too close, the lepers would swim out to capture the ship and escape. And of course, this was nonsense. These people were just too sick. They never even tried it once. And if they'd captured the ship, where could they go?
You're going to go into the church there, St. Philomena. St. Philomena was built by this young man who came to the islands at the age of 20. He was ordained a priest in Honolulu, sent to the big island of Hawaii, and at the age of 33, he came here to Molokai. After being among the patients for 10 years, Father Damien came down with the disease. He cared for the patients during the day, and during the night with candlelight, he tried to build them this church. After his 16th year, he died. He died with the disease, not from the disease. He died from TB. And then after that, it's going to bring you back to the area known as Kalaupapa, where the patients are living today. At the present time, we have 100 patients left in the colony, all arrested on medication every day of their lives. You stay with your guide at all times. You take all the scenery you want. You ask all the questions you want. And somewhere it's about 2:15 or so, you should be coming back to the mules.
People laugh and chat on the way down, but there's silence on the trail heading back up the cliff. The view from the sea cliff is unforgettable. Lush rainforests, the Pacific Ocean, vistas of the distant peninsula. It is difficult to comprehend that a place so beautiful has known so much sadness. People have died here with a mysterious disease, but the human spirit has not been destroyed. The island of Kauai. Like legendary Balihai, Kauai will always draw you back to its awesome Waimea Canyon, to its stupendous Napali coast, and to those quieter places where the many shades of green have given it the name the Garden Island. Legend, mystery, and romance are all part of the rich Kauai heritage. Even this hotel has a link to the distant past. It was built along the old sacred highway of the kings and the royal fish ponds that have been here for more than a century. This is the Hawaii most people always imagine. A walk through the Great Palm Grove with 2,500 trees, the largest in the islands. And the simple fact is that there is beauty everywhere on Kauai. This room, which is beneath a thatched roof, reflects the same blend of the past and the present. The wash basin is an ancient shell. But the hot tub is the very latest design. Although it's a little expensive, a helicopter ride is a great way to see the overwhelming splendor of Kauai's godlike panoramas. There's just nothing quite like it. Up here, you can almost begin to believe the old legends. One says that the rim of Waimea Canyon was once the home of Pele, the fiery Hawaiian goddess of the volcano. The Napali coast on the north side of the island. In Hawaiian, Napali means the cliffs, and so they are, falling vertically for 4,000 feet to the water's edge, then plunging further down for another 15,000 feet to the bottom of the Pacific. The Napali Trail, 11 miles long, once walked by the ancient Hawaiians. Hawaii's premier hiking trail takes you precariously close to the edge of steep cliffs, as high as 3,000 feet above the ocean's crashing surf. One of the most popular tours in all Hawaii, a journey in a high-speed inflated boat that takes you along the coast to the isolated beaches of this lost world. And the most mysterious part is when you travel inside the Great Cliffs themselves. At dusk, dinner is highlighted at the cocoa palms by the nightly ceremony of the lighting of the torches. As this fiery public spectacle turns the palm grove into a gleaming wonderland, it's natural to want to stay on here just a little longer. When you come to Hawaii, you'll find many places where you too will want to linger. You should now go on to discover your own trip, whether you choose to retrace some of our footsteps or strike out entirely on your own. There are so many different trips to take, so many things to do, so many places we haven't shown. Even a near-perfect overview is bound to do inadequate justice to the full range of vacation choices this alluring state has to offer. Nothing can equal the thrills of discovering the dazzling Hawaiian Islands on your own. And as you set out to cross new frontiers of sights and scenery, of people and values, we wish you a safe and exciting journey.
Part 1 of Fodor's Hawaii has given you a look at the sights, the culture, and the diversity of this island destination. Now, in exploring these lovely islands, you will see for yourself some of the customs and practices that will make your trip a more memorable experience. This video guide and the following information would not be possible without the assistance of sponsors who are not responsible for editorial content. Although the appearance of spokespeople does not imply the endorsement of Fodor's, the producers are pleased to share their reliable and timely information with you. For additional details, consult the Traveler's Handbook included with this video guide. Part 1 of Fodor's Hawaii has given you a look at the sights, the culture, and the diversity of this island destination. Now, in exploring these lovely islands, you will see for yourself some of the customs and practices that will make your trip a more memorable experience. Since the earliest days, island hospitality has played a key role in Hawaiian lifestyle. In fact, in ancient times, members of the community who were not friendly to the arriving guests were shunned by the rest of society. Hawaii has a precious asset in its people. They go out of their way to be helpful to you. At your hotel, the bellman is invariably congenial, and your bartender seems genuinely enthusiastic about serving you your first Mai Tai. Goodwill is not just a job to these individuals. Goodwill is a reflection of their nature, of who they are. Pulifano Naliahi is Village Operations Manager of the Polynesian Cultural Center.
One of the things that we have right here in the islands of Hawaii is something we call the aloha spirit. You notice that the word aloha means welcome, means goodbye, it means I love you, it means farewell. Aloha is something that really comes from within the heart. That's why a lot of people, I hear some guests say, oh, the people are so friendly here in Hawaii, and it's mainly because of that. And if you find the people who actually live on this island, people who are really from the Pacific, either they're shy, timid, but very friendly and willing to share. So when they give the lei or a flower, it's part of their tradition, culture, and love, presenting the lei.
It used to be customary to greet all visitors with a lei when they stepped off the plane. The tradition still exists, but now you must arrange for it in advance with one of the many companies who create and sell them. Even simple Hawaiian customs can sometimes take a visitor by surprise.
We're taught not to walk in the house with our shoes. Mainly, many years ago, the floor is where we sleep. The mat is where we sleep. We get spanked, we get scolded for not keeping that tradition. One, respect for the home. Number two, be sure you have good socks, clean socks.
In this warm, leisurely atmosphere, social life often runs on what they call Hawaiian time. If you're a little late for a party or a dinner, you needn't worry about it. The phrase laid back is another way of describing Hawaiian time.
It's funny, but we, the Polynesians, are the one who use that term more. We're late and we'll say, well, we're on Hawaiian time, It's a happy-go-lucky style.
You'll find that even the business environment is much more relaxed than in most places. In the Hawaiian Islands, there's a saying that when a man wears a suit during the day, he's either a lawyer or he's going for a loan. Only a few upscale restaurants require a jacket for dinner, and none requires a tie. For men, the aloha shirt is the accepted dress in Hawaii for business and most social occasions, and women's fashions are equally casual. Hawaii has been a magnet for many people of many races. Ever since the English Captain Cook arrived at Kauai in the 18th century, the islands have beckoned, and people have come from around the world. From Japan, China, the Philippines, Korea, Vietnam, Samoa, Thailand and Portugal they have come, bringing with them their beliefs, their thoughts, and their traditions. And they've turned Hawaii into a melting pot of cultures. The following is made possible by American Express Checks for Two, the only traveler's checks that either of you can use because both of you have signed them, and only one of you needs to be present to buy them. Don't leave home without them. In Hawaii, as in all the other 49 states, you'll find credit cards and traveler's checks are widely used. Almost all the banks in the United States belong to a network of automatic teller machines, or ATMs, where you can cash funds from your home bank account 24 hours a day. If you don't have an ATM card, ask your bank if they can provide one for you. Verify the fee for each transaction and the maximum daily amount that may be withdrawn. The largest ATM networks are Cirrus and Plus. You can also use a Visa, MasterCard, or American Express card in ATMs, but you will pay higher fees and interest from the day of withdrawal. To find ATMs in Hawaii, ask your bank for the toll-free number to call for their locations. Most things in the Hawaiian Islands are expensive, so people of moderate means have to be a bit careful. Travelers who indulge mostly in swimming, sunning, walking, and taking in the free events will find it unnecessary to break the bank. But food, hotels, and tours on the neighbor islands cost almost the same as they do in Honolulu, and inter-island airfares add to the cost of exploring the entire state. But whatever your travel budget may be, Hawaii's hospitable people and natural beauty are sure to entice you. Honolulu International Airport is the only commercial airport on Oahu, and it is one of the busiest in the United States. The airport has been completely renovated and now consists of the main terminal for both domestic and international flights, a pair of smaller terminals for the 3 major inter-island carriers, and a tiny commuter terminal for small craft. Persons who are not citizens of the United States require a passport and a visa. Plants and plant products are subject to control both on entering and leaving Hawaii. Pineapples and coconuts pass freely, as do papayas bought at the airport and appropriately stamped. While some airlines make it possible to fly directly into Kauai, Maui, and the Big Island of Hawaii, the majority of travelers still fly to Honolulu and connect with inter-island shuttle flights. A Wiki bus will take you the short distance from the international terminal to the inter-island terminal. If you're staying on Oahu, you'll probably be heading to one of the many hotels on Waikiki. There are several ways to get to Waikiki, which is only 20 minutes from the airport during off-peak hours, but twice that during the rush hour. Before you make the trip, check to see if your hotel has a free airport shuttle. The Gray Line and Airport Express offer a shuttle service to and from specific hotels in Waikiki and the airport. For less than $1, you can ride the municipal bus, but you are allowed only one bag, and it must fit on your lap. Taxis are immediately available just outside the baggage claim area. There is a small surcharge for each suitcase. The 2 biggest taxi cab companies are Charlie's and SEDA of Hawaii. If you want to travel in luxury, Oahu has a fleet of limousines for hire. Most services have a 2-hour minimum, so you might want to ask the driver to take a scenic route to your hotel. Car rentals should be booked in advance. Many firms have locations near the airport with free shuttle service from the baggage area to their offices. Call them from one of the courtesy phones. It is still possible to travel to Hawaii in the old traditional way, by ship. Several cruise lines still have ships passing through Honolulu once or twice a week, and they usually fill up fast. This cluster of islands, each one the tip of a huge submarine mountain, stands alone in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, a remote cloister on a distant crossroad. Although influenced by their neighbors, the character of these islands has always remained essentially Hawaiian. The following is made possible by Hawaiian Air. Each year, more than 6 million visitors come to Hawaii to see the results of nature's handiwork. While most of them used to head straight for Waikiki, more and more people are bypassing Oahu altogether and making the neighbor islands their final destination. Fortunately, Hawaii's major islands are readily and rapidly accessible to each other. A flight from the northernmost island of Kauai to the southernmost island of Hawaii takes no more than an hour. Flying is by far the most common way to visit the other islands. Each island has its own airport, and in the case of Maui, Kauai, and the Big Island, there is more than one airport to service the island. There are 3 inter-island carriers: Aloha Airlines, Hawaiian Airlines, and Discovery Airways. A most dramatic way to see the islands is on a helicopter tour, which can whisk you to places that are otherwise inaccessible. Cruises within the islands are available on the 800-passenger twin ships, the SS Constitution and the SS Independence, under the direction of American Hawaii Cruises. They offer a variety of packages, all of which originate from Honolulu. Outside of Oahu, public transportation is limited, so your best bet for touring around the neighbor islands is to rent a car. Remember to reserve a car before you arrive, particularly during the peak seasons of summer, the Christmas holidays, and February. Many tour companies and airlines will include a rental car in their packages at reduced rates, so inquire at your travel agency before you leave home. Before calling or arriving in person at the rental desk, do a bit of homework to save yourself some money. Check with your personal or business insurance agent to see if your coverage already includes rental cars. Signing up for the optional collision damage waiver offered by the rental agency can quickly inflate the rate. Some credit card companies also offer rental car insurance coverage. Be sure to buckle up. Hawaii has a strictly enforced seatbelt law for front seat passengers. Children under the age of 3 must be in a car seat, which is available for a fee from the car rental agencies. Jaywalking is very common in Hawaii, so be particularly watchful for pedestrians. If you're driving on Oahu, lock your car and carry your valuables when you park as a precaution against theft. Break-ins occur with unfortunate frequency in the city. Parking rules are strictly enforced. Feed the meters so a tow truck won't arrive to spoil your vacation. The transportation options on Oahu are diverse, so you don't necessarily need to rent a car. If you plan to spend most of your time on Waikiki Beach, you can walk to the nearby shops, hotels, and restaurants. If your sightseeing will be limited to Honolulu, buses or taxis will do the trick. Even if you're an independent type with an urge to visit the North Shore, you still don't need to rent a car. Honolulu's municipal transport system called the bus will take you all around the island for a small fee.
If you want to go to the pipeline to see the surf area, Sunset Beach, they'll let you off there. You can spend the day on the beach, sunbathe and swim, enjoy the sun, and go back to the same bus stop, and you go right back to Waikiki. You can see the pineapple fields, some other main spots like Sacred Falls or the blowholes, the natural sights that you would like to see. But bus ride is beautiful. 2.5 hours, you circle the island completely without stop. So that's something that you should look into if you ever visit the island.
An open trolley cruises Waikiki and the Ala Moana area and makes 27 stops along a 90-minute route. The trolley ride is a good way to get oriented. The conductor narrates, pointing out sights as well as shopping, dining, and entertainment opportunities along the way. Every hour on the hour, This ride originates at the corner of Royal Hawaiian Avenue and Kalakaua Avenue. You can get your ticket from the conductor. You can usually get a cab right at the doorstep of your hotel, and most restaurants will call one for you. Drivers are generally congenial, and their cars are generally in good shape, and many are air-conditioned. If there's an emergency, dial 911 just as you do stateside. If you need a doctor, ask the hotel to give you the name of one. For additional information on your Hawaiian vacation, contact your travel agent or the Hawaii Visitors Bureau. The Bureau has offices on the mainland as well as on the islands and publishes a calendar of events, an accommodation guide, and a restaurant guide. Next to relaxing on the beach and eating, shopping is probably the most popular activity among travelers to the Aloha State. Retail outlets are everywhere, and one-stop shopping malls have been built, though not in the same numbers as in many mainland destinations. On Oahu, Ala Moana Center is one of the largest shopping spots. It is within easy walking distance of Waikiki. The Royal Hawaiian Shopping Center is centrally located in Waikiki itself. Farther away, you'll find Ward Warehouse, the Kahala Mall, and Pearl Ridge Center. The neighbor islands offer smaller shopping centers. Although it's possible to find larger stores on Kauai, Maui, and the Big Island, exclusive shops can often be found in the lobbies of the luxury hotels on all islands. The Aloha shirt and the mu'u are some of the most sought-after items in Hawaii. Liberty House, Sears, and J.C. Penney department stores offer a wide selection of the latest styles. A number of new designers sell their originals from small shops in Waikiki, Lahaina, and other major destinations. Going to great depths for the customer is no exaggeration when it comes to coral jewelry. From the bottom of the sea, island divers bring up the raw materials for the black, pink, and gold coral trinkets. Honolulu's Maui Divers of Hawaii offers tours of its design center, as well as a large showroom of rings and necklaces. Shops throughout the islands carry this jewelry. The country's only commercial coffee plantations are found on the western slopes of the Big Island, which is also the best place in the state to buy the rich roasted Kona coffee beans. If you want the strongest Java, go for pure Kona coffee instead of the blends. Also grown on the Big Island are macadamia nuts. They are among the richest and most delicious foodstuffs in Hawaii. You'll find them everywhere and in every way, from chocolate-covered to chopped for cookie filling. Almost all supermarkets and convenience stores sell them. Nothing, visitors claim, evokes the real Hawaii like the taste of locally grown fresh pineapple. Taking the fruit home is simple. You may either purchase the fruit in a shop or grocery store or buy it pre-boxed at the airport. Hawaii is surely the T-shirt capital of the Pacific, providing plenty of inexpensive souvenirs and gifts for island visitors. The least expensive shirts can be found in convenience stores and at F.W. Woolworth. Sidewalk artists in Waikiki and smaller neighbor island towns will airbrush a custom T-shirt for a higher price. Attractive trays, bowls, furniture, and other products are among the creations carved from island woods. Shops in towns throughout the state have a wide selection and can also put you in touch with woodworkers who specialize in custom pieces. Koa, mango, milo, and monkey pod are considered the favorite woods among local craftsmen. Shopping is indeed a favorite Hawaiian pastime. Whether you're in the middle of Waikiki or off in a small island village, there always seems to be something else to buy. The following is made possible by the American Telephone and Telegraph Company. As the 50th state of the United States, Hawaii has easy access to most forms of telecommunication. Local calls are made the same way they are anywhere else in the United States. To make a pay call, insert a quarter and dial the 7-digit local number. Information is 411. The easiest and cheapest way to make long-distance calls from Hawaii is by using a long-distance calling card. If your long-distance carrier is different from the hotels, you may need to inquire about a special access number. If you have difficulty, call the 800 number on the back of your card. If you don't have a calling card, it would be wise to get one from your long-distance carrier before you leave home. It normally takes about 3 weeks to receive a card, but AT&T has an express service that will issue a number over the phone. If you plan to use your hotel phone, inquire first about the long-distance surcharge. The most expensive way to make a long-distance call is to bill it to your hotel room. If you don't have a card and find the hotel surcharge is too steep, you can use a payphone. To find out the cost of a 3-minute call, just dial the operator. Remember that the cheapest rates are between 11 p.m. and 8 a.m. and on weekends from 11 a.m. Friday to 5 p.m. Sunday. Telex and telefax services are available at most of the top hotels. If you have more complex communications needs, ask your hotel for further information. Hawaii is the host to most of the nationwide and worldwide hotel operators. A number of large, locally based operators and independents round out the accommodations scene. The result is an extensive range of rooms, from rock-bottom economy units to suites fit for and occasionally occupied by kings. In the very expensive category of hotels, you'll find impeccable and personal service, gourmet restaurants overlooking the sea, private balconies, or lanais as they're called in Hawaii, and lobbies filled with waterfalls, fish, and birds. Here too are elegant shops, luxurious rooms, and fine beach facilities. Rooms in the expensive category often have all the amenities, including well-appointed decor, lanais, jacuzzis, and radio and television systems. Facilities also include pools, tennis courts, shops, restaurants, and will most likely be located on or near a beach. While the decor may be more simple and basic in the moderate establishments, you'll likely find many touches that are available in the more expensive hotels. The rooms are likely to have air conditioning, televisions, and lanais. Many establishments have a pool, restaurant, and lounge, and some are located on the beach. Even in the inexpensive category, you'll find comfortable quarters, usually a short walk from the beach. Kitchens, air conditioning, telephones, and TVs are common features. Not all establishments have pools or restaurants, and some do not accept credit cards. Condominiums, from simple studios to multi-room spreads, are available on all islands. Besides large living areas and full kitchens, many condos have begun offering front desk and daily maid services. Nearly 100 companies in Hawaii and around the United States rent condominiums in the Hawaiian Islands. Your travel agent will be able to locate one for you. Bed and breakfast accommodations have made great inroads into the Hawaiian market in the last several years. Operations range from beachside rooms on Maui to comfortable accommodations bordering the Big Island's Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. Most operators advertise their own lodgings, but centralized booking services also list a broad spectrum of properties. For longer stays, up to a month or more, you might want to consider renting a house in Hawaii. Accommodations of this sort provide not only the utmost in privacy and freedom, they also give you a feel for what it's like to actually live in the islands. More than 15 companies act as rental agents for Hawaiian homes. Camping offers an inexpensive alternative to higher-priced accommodations and allows the opportunity to appreciate Hawaii's great outdoors. A variety of national and state parks are available, some with bathroom and cooking facilities. Contact the National Park Service or the Hawaii Department of Land and Natural Resources. Except for the peak months of January, February, and August, you won't have trouble getting a room if you call ahead. When making your reservations, either on your own or through a travel agent, ask about packages and extras. Hotel prices usually follow a European plan, meaning no meals are included. One asset that Hawaiian lodgings have in common is the service. The hospitality of the Hawaiians is part of the aloha spirit, a spirit you can find at the simplest boarding houses as well as the top-of-the-line properties. Hotel personnel often receive their training in college. They take pride in their work. It's not merely a job. Tourism is their profession.
International Video Network brings you the greatest adventures in video entertainment. Award-winning documentaries from Reader's Digest, exploring the masterworks of man and nature. Travel planning videos from Fodor's, revealing looks at the people, places, and cultures of the world. Rand McNally Video Expeditions, taking you to some of the most remote and dangerous places on Earth. Rand McNally Video Travelers, whirlwind tours you can enjoy from the comfort of your living room. Super Cities, celebrating the best-loved cities of the world. And Video Visits, whisking you away to exotic, romantic, and popular destinations. International Video Network, great adventures in video. See your local video retailer or call International Video Network at 1-800-669-4486, extension 850 for your free catalog, featuring more than 250 travel, documentary, and special interest videos.